My friends, hello. Goodness me, welcome. Happy Monday. I've missed you guys. It is, in fact, the first stream since Thursday of last week. So congratulations to Spooky Deer. That was an extremely fast first. Congratulations to you, Spooky. It seems like Lady Iron was here, so I don't know, my friends. We might have the rivalry back. I don't know, at least for a day. But yes, a brand new game, so exciting indeed. Very excited for it. We're gonna check it out. Ya DJ, my friend, how the heck are ya? Honk. Friendship honks to you. What's cracking? Day job Hell Week is allegedly over. That's awesome, Spooky. Yeah, hope so. Hope there is room to breathe as well. Maybe going to have a job interview this week, or so I've heard on pretty strong authority. Nice. Okay. Are we talking internal job interview? Hello to you, Steph. Hope you had a good weekend. Woke up super late today and only just going for my morning shower at 1 p.m. We'll be back soon. Dang. All right, Steph. I'm jealous though. Fingers crossed on the interview. Yes. Good vibes all around. Very relaxing. Got another few steps closer to 100% Stardew. Hit level 100 in the Skull Caves and sold every item. So what all do you have left then? That's impressive. What's up, K Dizzle? Can you sue a job for pain and suffering damages when they make you wake up before 7 a.m.? All right. If so, let me know. Yeah, you should be able to. I will just say this. I'm pretty fortunate that my job, I have had early meetings, but only like once or twice in the 8 years I've been there. So I'm pretty thankful for that. But should be able to do some kind of tort on it. I think so. I think so as well. Before 7 a.m. for a what's supposed to be a 9 to 5, that seems pretty cruel and unusual to me. So internal job interview. Gotcha. Well, good luck to you, Spooky. When is it? Charles, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. How was your weekend, Charles? Class action lawsuit, we all get together. I unfortunately don't think I could take part in this, but I know some people that could, so I will get their names for you. Top of the morning to ya. Careful now. Careful now. We don't want to like steal a catchphrase from Josh Caustic Ear, or whoever said it, whoever it was. I don't remember. Stardew 100% completion. Need to craft 3 more items. Kill a handful more monsters. Need 5 million more gold to buy a big clock. Catch a few more fish, then boom. Wow. Holy cow. Norway has a 7.5-hour workday, so 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Awesome. How you doing, Nitalicious? That's actually, I don't know if my company still does that anymore or not, but it used to also be a 7.5-hour workday. Yeah. So 37.5 hours per week. But since we all went remote, I don't know that they really like promote that anymore. Also, we're on the MTO plan, managed time off plan, instead of a PTO plan. So I don't know that they really promote it anymore. In fact, when we have to fill out our timesheets, which are a total sham, by the way, when we have to fill out our timesheets, we're supposed to put 40 hours down for the week. And that's whether we worked 40 hours or not. Like we're supposed, I mean, you can work 60 hours. You're supposed to put 40 hours on the sheet. Supposedly, I don't know. Maybe putting 60 hours, people will be like, ooh, I don't know. Anyway, good morning to you, Coleman. How are you now? Norway also has happy people. Won't find any of those here. Does affect things, yeah. Oh, happy, overrated. 7.5-hour workday sounds nice. Yeah, it was nice. I honestly, I didn't work at my current job for very long before I started coaching. So my workday is just very broken now. It's just split up if need be. So other than it being, you're good other than it being Monday. Finished Jedi Fallen Order over the weekend. It was a very fine meh game. Solid 7 out of 10, which for some reason is what 5 out of 10 should be. So it's not a perfect 5 out of 7 then. Okay. Went to bed last night at 8:30. Think I finally feel rested. Oh, that is nice. I got into bed at a reasonable hour last night. I was pleasantly surprised about that. So that's awesome though, Lady Iron. Everybody's accomplishment benchmark is different. Yeah, that's nice though. I definitely want to catch up on sleep myself. I had a competition on Saturday. It did not go well, unfortunately. I just felt really like from the starting gun. I felt really just tired, exhausted. I don't know what it was. I felt I don't know. I feel like it's mainly the nerves. Like sometimes the nerves just make me feel a little tired, but this time I was legitimately tired, not just nerves. And I don't know. I mean, I could sit here and speculate on it forever, but it wasn't from all the booze the night before. It was, in fact, not from all the booze from the night before. But yeah, like, I don't know. I sometimes do feel a little bit tired out of meat. And I think it's, like I said, I think it's just my nerves have kind of worn me down a little bit. But generally speaking, once I get into the race, I settle in and I'm fine. But on Saturday, there was at no point did I ever feel like I just had it, you know? So by the end of the 400s, 400 meters is one lap all the way around the track. By the end of that, the last 125, I died harder than I think I've ever died in a 400 before. Just hit an absolute wall, had the gorilla hop on my back. It was ugly. It was really, really ugly. And I just, the only thing I can think of is I didn't sleep as well this week. Maybe didn't fuel my body the way that I should have before the meet. That's the only thing I can think of. So been somewhat want to compete, but signups are usually 6 months ahead, and we honestly don't know if we'll still be here in 3 months. I mean, I assume you're talking about moving, Nidalicious, not like dying. And but yeah, hopefully that's moving, my friend. I mean, we as the human species do have a slightly grim outlook, you know, but you know, like 20 seconds, 400 meters. Yeah, Professor, how you doing, Professor? My friend, the 400, if you've never tried the 400 before, I promise you, I've tried many events. Okay. I've tried many different events. The 400 is quite exhausting. What's going on, True Celt? Hello there. Hello there to you. Moving. All right. They should maintain these tracks better. Runners shouldn't be getting jumped by escaped great apes mid-race despite the entertainment value. I know. And I was at like a brand new facility too. 400 meter is killer. It really is. Yeah, it really is. All that lactic acid buildup in just such a short period of time. I think the 800 would be twice harder than the 400, but it's like 1,000 times as hard. I've done the 800. And I do think it's harder than the 400. But I also feel like the 800 and the 400 meter hurdles are on par with each other because I've done those as well. Pacing 400 is murder. Yeah, because it's pretty much just an all-out sprint. You know, like I tell my athletes, the first 50 meters, you know, on the curve, it's all-out sprint. The first 50. I mean, like you're running a 50-meter dash, right? And then for the next like 250, you pretty much just have to relax your face, your shoulders, but continue to move as fast as you possibly can for the next 250. After that, and really you don't even make it to 250. You might make it another 200 at most, but usually it's closer to like 175 or so. After that, it's just pretty much whatever you got left because you're going to be really tired. So it's just whatever you got left. There's not really any strategy after that. But 95% is like relaxing your face, relaxing your shoulders, but continuing to move your body as fast as it can. Just trying to be as fast and relaxed as possible. A lot of people struggle with that. A lot of young track athletes struggle with that because they think 95% is something that they can feel a difference in. They don't realize that 95% is really not distinguishable. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not really distinguishable from 100%. So a lot of them actually actively break themselves, break, on the backstretch. And then they run a slow time and like, oh man, what the heck? And I'm like, well, you kind of jog that backstretch. So that's part of it. But lactic acid. Now I need some orange juice. Ran the 400-meter hurdles once in high school. Once. It is not very fun. No 800 hurdles, just 400 hurdles. And actually in high school in this state, they run the 300-meter hurdles. Why? You know, just because. So they run the 300 hurdles because who the heck knows? Some states actually have 400-meter hurdles in high school. I feel like it's fairly split. It's horrific, yeah. These shorter hurdlers get to jump over smaller hurdles. I wish, because that would help me out tremendously. You know, we were just talking about it at the meet I was at. They put the college men height is at 42 inches. Sorry, I don't know that in meters, but it's a 42-inch hurdle. So for me, that pretty much comes up to my nips, you know, the old nips, all right? That's way too dang high for me to hurdle, you know? I have to jump those, right? But the college women's height, 33 inches. It's 9 inches shorter. And I look at the line, and I'm like, every single one of those women is tall. They got long legs. They're all taller than me. That's not fair. You know? Johnson trained 200 meters for competing in 100 meters, right? And then competed in the 200 as well when he's already there, basically. You're talking about Michael Johnson? Michael Johnson was a former world record holder in the 200 and the 400. His coach Clyde Hart is famous or infamous, whichever term you want to use, for a long to short training program. So he basically made Michael Johnson run tons of distance in practice. Basically, the idea was make practice hell so the race feels easy. But we're seeing kind of a change of theory that's been taking place pretty recently, I'd say, where we're starting to see coaches value top end speed more so than like endurance. This is why I prefer distance. 400 sounds like a nightmare. It is not a very it's not an easy event, DJ. Pacing is easier, though. I was still trash at that. That's hated running that straight 400, the straight 400 in high school. Pacing, stride, and jumping in the middle of that is a big no thanks. It was kind of fun. It was kind of fun. I did it. I signed up to do it in college just because we didn't have anybody else on our team to do it. People don't generally volunteer for that sort of thing. And I was sort of like, well, it would make our team better. So I did it. Now I'm considering getting back into it just because there's nobody in my age division that's competed at it at the national level for a little while. And I'm thinking maybe if I join it, maybe it'll jumpstart some people into getting into it, you know? So, and if it doesn't, then I get an easy win, I guess. I don't know, but I want to continue to push myself. So need something that I can pace. Heightism is a real thing. I believe that. Yeah. Seems like it should be by height and not gender. That would be nice. Would be nice. Unfortunately, there's got to be a standard in order to set world records and whatnot. So, but yeah. I think once I turn 35, they go back down to 39 inches. So I'm considering doing it. If I still feel really good, I'll consider doing it then. So the anti-Lydiard philosophy. I don't know that one. Just get around all this by not running or deciding to move all that much. There you go, Kay. That is one way. My man. I never did read Once a Runner. I did not. Nor did I read Born to Run, which were kind of like really popular around the same time. Although Born to Run's a little different. One of my friends in one of my best friends, who actually was at the meet with me this past weekend, he loved the Once a Runner. You'll end up like me, alone in your vision, bumped to a younger bracket, and smoked by the up and comers. And actually, the way it worked this last national meet is they bumped. I would have had to run with the older bracket, and the guy in the 35 to 39 age group, that dude's a beast. Seriously, he's faster than me. Hoping I can continue to improve and get there, but yeah, that dude's a beast. So I'd get probably beat by him. He's a good hurdler too, and I don't really hurdle. So, but it depends on the age. It depends on the age, Charles. So they go back down. So they're at 42 inches, which is college high height, I believe, up until 35. Once you get to age 35, they go back down to 39 inches, but only at Masters events, only at Masters specific events. Like if I stroll up to a college track meet at age 35 or older, I'm still going to have to run at the 42 inches because that's what they do at college. So yeah. So, but they can go down further, and then they also decrease the length of the hurdle race. Eventually, I believe the oldest age, what's the word I'm looking for? Adjustment. They run only 80-meter hurdles, and then they have them down at like 30 or 33 inches. So, would enjoy it. Deal with track for sure, for sure. I should check it out though. I should. All right, Lady Iron. Good luck with your mission. Kay even refuses to run in Halo. In Halo, though, yeah. When Master Chief only had 1 speed and it was super freaking slow. Yeah. Wow. What a callback. When you run in Halo, you die, just like in real life. Arthur Lydiard was a New Zealand running coach that emphasized aerobic capacity through longer, easier runs as the base period to set up an anaerobic speed period. Okay. So yeah, that is what Clyde Hart does as well then. Legendary coach from Baylor, which is where Michael Johnson went to university. Yeah, it's pretty much the problem is there are benefits to that. I don't want to sit here and just trash on it, right? You get people who sounds like a nerd. You get people who end up becoming more mentally tough, which is great because I will say younger athletes, they generally just don't have that mental toughness. You know, it's a little more common in seniors, like in high school, juniors and seniors. But your 11th and 12th graders. But not always, you know. A lot of them have been kind of babied. The funny thing is like you can get athletes that play tough sports like basketball, but they're used to always being inside, right? And so when they go outside and they get hit with a little rain, they don't know what to do, and they just start complaining and whining and stuff. So those type of training plans do make athletes tougher. That said, you know, you're still training. There's a lot of aerobicness and a lot of slow twitch recruitment by doing that stuff. And if at all possible, I'd like to have my athletes be really fast. So that's my downside. It's also hard to get a lot of buy-in from that because, again, the athletes aren't all used to that sort of training. Baylor, hardly know her. Let's talk energy levels. I'm considering starting to take carb supplements before practice. They should bump performance during practice, but will it affect recovery afterwards? You do want some carbs after practice, generally speaking. Protein especially. But I like to have some carbs after practice too. Having that ability to push through the mental aspect of physical things and endurance is something hard to train into people. See it in trade show work. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And that's really tough too because for a lot of what you do, you DJ, it's sort of like, you know, at least in track and field, for the most part, you can kind of see the finish line. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I have 2 more laps or whatever it is, right? But in your case, it's sort of like, well, just depends on how long the job takes, you know? And that makes sense. Used to follow a maximum aerobic functioning approach that was pushing your threshold pace through running right at the top of the end of the aerobic, then incorporate faster runs. So like a VO2 max type of dealio. Then again, is VO2 max is really more, yeah, I mean, that's not really the verge of, that's not really a threshold. You're talking about more of like a threshold run. So VO2 max is basically max 5K pace, essentially. Fastest you could run 5,000 meters in. Those types of runs, and that's the other thing for me, being a sprinter, I like running fast, I like moving fast. And then when you throw in extra distance, it's sort of like, I don't really like this so much anymore. It's funny. You've got people who they love going out for runs and they love pushing it for like a long period of time. And then you've got your sprinters who are like, I like moving really fast for a short period of time. And when you force them to do one, like the one that they're not used to or the one that they don't like as much, they generally don't have as much fun, if you can believe that. So that's another thing too, is I used to have, like, we used to train similar to that, you know, train a little bit, you know, 8 times 200 repeats. We used to do that like every Monday because that's the Clyde Hart method. And that's what I'd learned in college. But then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? I didn't get any faster in college. I was faster in high school, and I'm actually faster now than I ever was in college. So once I started realizing too, decreasing the training load, going for more of a minimal effective dose, made my body feel really good too. Like I feel better now at age 30 than I ever did at 20. Legitimately. Like I feel better now. And I'm faster. So there's this ex-Marine PT that specializes in showing people how much more they have when they're done. When you think you're absolutely done, you've done about 60% capacity in his world. Dang. That does not sound very fun either, though. Anyone else getting hit with this winter storm? Post in Discord? No. No, it's actually warm here for the first time in forever. Let's see this, though. Hang on a second. Okay. You can run faster without going into your anaerobic. You burn more fat and need less fuel during a marathon or long. I used to run marathons just water and then some energy drink. Dang, that's impressive. No fueling during. Ugh. Oh, True Celt, my friend. All day tomorrow, it looks like. That does not look fun. Some of these areas have a purple, which is extreme impacts. Goodness me. Yeah, no snow in the forecast here. It's gonna be 70 freedom units here. Yeah, we're gonna be pushing that too. Curry, hello, hello. I have 90 today where I am. Dang. When I do long runs, I just drink water, no gels. Wow. Prime example was this dude that he wanted to do 100 pull-ups. After about 25 unbroken and a total of 40 or so, he said he couldn't do it anymore, but one by one, he made it all the way to 100. Jeez. Blech. I believe it. The job has shown me that a lot of our limitations are mental. I'm not a jacked powerlifter dude by any means, but out of necessity, I too tired to think, otherwise I move some things that normally I wouldn't have even tried. All day tomorrow is nothing but snow, 9 to 13 inches. My goodness. True Celt, stay safe out there, my friend. Hopefully you don't have to go anywhere. I can't get my fat carcass up for one full pull-up. Pull-ups are tough, though. Pull-ups are tough. Goodness. This is awesome, chatting about some training, my friends. I've actually been thinking about it. I'm trying to decide what to do. I've got 2 more weeks that I know of, this week and next, that I'll be able to compete at the collegiate or university meets. And then after that, there aren't really that many meets available to me in my area, or at least within my travel radius, until the summer track season starts. So I've been going back and forth in my brain. Do I start? Like, I haven't done really any lifting this season, and I actually want to do some, but I don't want it to come at the expense of me being sore and tired when I go into my sprints practices, because being sore and tired when you go into the sprints practices just means you run slower. If I do it for more of my like extensive tempo workouts, which are more of the paced workouts, it's not always so bad as long as I'm not super sore. But the sprint stuff, you pretty much need to be ready to go. So I've been considering, I sprint all out on Mondays. So maybe I do a Monday evening lift and then a Wednesday lift. And then that gives me, Thursday, Friday to recover from the lifting before competing on Saturday. But I've only got 2 more collegiate meets left. So I'm kind of wondering, like, do I just wait? I mean, I've waited all this season. Do I just wait another 2 weeks and then start it? you know, because then in the summer track, there's going to be probably a month in there where I'm not doing any competitions. So if I can sort of get into my groove with lifting and not be too sore before I start any competitions during the summer. I don't know. I'm like sort of trying to figure out, do I tinker with it? What do I do? I'm in such good shape right now, or at least I feel like I'd been in such good shape right now. I want to go for like a lifetime best. And so that's sort of been my primary focus. And everything I think about when I'm training and everything is like, is that going to help me get to my lifetime best? And with lifting, I have to think about the soreness and the muscle fatigue for afterwards. And I just don't know. I don't know. But I could also do some lifting that's just so light and explosive that, you know, that I shouldn't be sore afterwards. I could do that too. Sort of try to build up starting now. Yes, you can. Just need to scale it correctly to start with. Assisted pull-ups for sure. Looking at getting a personal trainer. Are you, Spooky? Sign up for a master's roller skiing group. Roller skiing group. Looking forward to training with people again. What is that? Trainers are good for accountability. If you keep doing those, you'll do straight pull-ups eventually, for sure. If you can, you should. You already are my lifetime best. Oh, stop it, Kay. I'm blushing. I'm blushing. So not this past weekend, but the weekend before, I ran a 50.82 in the 400 meter dash. My lifetime best is 50.36 back in 2009 when I was 17. So like I'm so close. I'm less than a half a second away. And that was in early April in like a not great weather day. So I'm hoping, you know, we could have some good weather in the next 2 weeks. I could just beat it now. And the likelihood of me running a PR when the collegiate athletes are so fast is better than like the summer meets. Up until nationals, there's generally not a lot. Now, there is somebody that could run with me at the state meet if he comes to it. But generally speaking, I have to wait till nationals until I have somebody to really push me during the race. So, Astica, what's going on, dude? How are you? In comes the mental block struggles, also space to do them. Is my camera is definitely like flashing a little bit, right? I don't know what the heck that is. It changes colors a little bit ever so quickly. Let's see. I don't know what that is. I could drop this. Does that help, or I guess we'll find out. It's kind of bugging me a little bit. Aska, how the heck are you though?
Hello there.
Used to lift all the time, was in remarkably good shape, but now I don't have anyone to do workout with for accountability. That is tougher, right? Roller skiing is skiing on wheels. You clip into a longer ski rail with wheels on each end. You use regular ski poles with changed out tips to use on pavement. Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that. Just smashed my PB gym day, buddy. Feeling limber. Oh gosh. You know, whatever. I think we'll just, I think I know where that's, I don't know. Your camera does the same thing as the auto exposure, adjusting the light hitting you. Oh, really? Auto exposure? I could have swore I turned that off, but personal best. Well, okay. Can I tell you how I actually read it, Astica? All right. And if we're all the family friendliers, plug your ears real quick. When you say just smashed, I'm thinking, you know, like, of course, that's what I'm going for. So when you say like your PB gym day, buddy, I'm confused, but that's what I think of. Spot me, bro, senpai. Hulk smash. Oh yes. Oh yes, my friend. Is it yes? Did anyone notice before you mention it? No. I made sweet romantic explosion my gym day, buddy. Commas are important. I don't know. It's funny. Like I said, I don't know. It just, I promise I'm not even always trying to be a grammar snob or anything. It's just how, like, I don't know. What are you doing, Jim bro? Are you winning, son? Nailed it. All right. It's not flickering as badly, right? So is this, what does this do? Does it go back to it? Yeah, it goes back to it right away, right? Okay, hang on a second. Where's my camera hub for the Elgato Stream Cam, Face Cam? That's what it's called. Yeah, the exposure and white balance are both not on automatic. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Just very strange. Hopefully it'll stop, but you know. Dr. Lish has basically got her doctorate writing a book on how commas are important. Yes, they are. Is that right? My typing is degrading with age. Not seeing any changes in lighting. Okay. Hopefully it'll stay that way. I don't know. It's just kind of wigging me out a little bit. What's the verdict on the Oxford comma? Oh, necessary. 100%. I'm 100% team Oxford comma. Personal preference? Man, I don't know. I've seen some examples, my friend. Oxford comma gang, love it. Oh, it's not in Swedish. Oh, there it did. Just did it again. Is that bothering anybody else? Maybe I'll just drop it down and see if this will help too. It's a very strange bug. I have Team Oxford comma on my Twitch about description. Love it. Nice. It's so funny. It's funny. I don't know if anybody is. So we have people who are 100% Team Oxford comma, and obviously some people that are sort of like, eh. But I don't know that we have anybody that's like Team 100% not Oxford comma, right? Seems to be because my university as a whole does not use it. Ah. Still haven't noticed it. You're for it, Astica? Love it. Is there anybody, I want to know if there's anybody that's 100% against it. I want to know. I want to know. That's like absolutely not on the Oxford comma. Cam looks fine. Appreciate it. All right. Well, we'll leave it as is then. We'll see how it is. I'm a little bit dark this way, but should be all right. My friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me this morning. It's been great catching up with you. I hope everybody had an awesome weekend. I realized I haven't actually said it in stream yet. I did post it in the Discord, but took Jenny the Doberman, took her to the surgeon that did her TPLO surgery. So that's for a torn CCL. It's the dog equivalent of an ACL in the knee. She had that repaired back in late January. So this was our 10-week checkup. She's a 10-year-old dog, so they do it a little bit longer out. Some younger dogs, they check them around 8 weeks. They said that the bone around her incision is healing really well. They said she even has built up more bone than they expected, which doesn't surprise me. I'm kind of surprised they were even able to cut her bone to begin with, because I could have sworn this dog was made out of adamantium. But it's healing up nicely. She said the incision area or where the bone was cut into, she can't really even tell. Like, you can barely see a line in the x-ray of where it was cut. And there's been extra bone mass that's been built up around it. And so they cleared her for a gradual return to activity. And so that's what we're starting to do. So it's good to hear, because as I told you guys, she's an extremely high energy dog. Any movement that she does, it doesn't matter what it is, she does at 100% all out effort. Okay. She could be laying face down, you know, like face down. She doesn't like face down on the couch, but she could be laying like totally relaxed on the couch. She hears a sound, she shoots up. And when she looks her head around, she doesn't just turn like this, right? Some dogs that are a little bit more, you know, less spastic, will just kind of look around a little bit. She whips her head. When she gets up off the couch, she shoves herself up off the couch. So if you got paws on you, you got to protect the goods, right? That's just how she is. So she does everything with gusto, right? And so every time we bring her food, every time we take her outside, it's done at maximum effort. And so we were really, really worried that like things were not going to heal up properly. Seems like things are looking pretty good. So yeah. Your team Oxford, comma, true Celt. Laws were adjusted because they didn't call out each affected class individually. Interesting. Everything I write for work always gets Oxford commas edited out. No way. Really? Who would actually go in there and take them out? Now, that's the thing. If you don't add them in, that's one thing. But taking them out? It sounds like whoever's editing those documents, Spooky, is in fact 100% team no Oxford comma. And I would like to meet that individual. Would say Oxford comma is useful and should be included to assist when necessary, but you shouldn't be lynched if you're not using it when context will do the work. Yeah, I agree on that. I agree. Go, Ginny. Your dog is totally 100% after his TPLO, jumps and runs around like a lunatic. That's good to hear. I'm hoping she'll get there. Today's International Pet Day, is it really? Ginny hype, that's awesome. Good job, Ginny. Face down, booty up. That's the way we like to. Wait, what were we doing? Your boss? Wrong. They're wrong. Big time. Yeah, for sure. Goodness. Yeah, we need to have a discussion with your boss. Bring him in. Bring him in. Have him step into my office here. Twitch.tv/lootsmagoots. All right. But yeah, so anyway, I actually, the vet said that we could put her on a longer leash. And so she recommended tying like 2 leashes together. So that's what I did. I've actually been taking her out that way. I've taken her out twice, I think, that way so far. She does pull me a lot less, which is nice because she is a massive puller. Seriously, it's like she thinks she's like a freight train locomotor or something, like, gotta pull this weight here. It's terrible. But she has been pulling a lot less. And so then we're going to try to do the sit stand things where we basically just have her sit, have her get up, have her sit, have her get up. Once she does okay on those without putting her leg out to the side too much, then we can, we're thinking about trying to walk her up the stairs. That's going to be a challenge because, again, she doesn't really walk. She always tries to sprint, so we can't let her sprint up the stairs yet. But the vet said we can let her walk up the stairs. So things like that. Just trying to build her up. I did take her on a walk down the street and back. It's the furthest walk she's been on since the surgery. She did pretty good. Pretty good. So yeah. All in all, things are looking up, and that's where we were on Friday, so we couldn't stream. So I did miss you guys Friday. We're back at it today. As you've probably noticed by the stream info, playing a brand new game. This is Chinatown Detective Agency. All I've done so far is launch the game and make sure that OBS captures it. That's all I've done. But it is an indie game created by a team of 3, I want to say. General Interactive Co. I've been kind of following the development on Twitter. Is actually the main way I was getting the news on how things were looking. It looks like a game that I would really enjoy, so we're going to check it out today. So I hope you guys enjoy it as well. Buffy loves walking upstairs. She will bolt towards any she finds when we're out walking. No idea why. Really? Interesting. That's really strange, but that's cool. Good exercise. I really wish that Ginny liked to swim. I'd love to get her in like a pool or something, but she doesn't really like being fully in water. She doesn't like baths either. I know most dogs don't, but yeah, I had her in Lake Michigan, and maybe that's part of the problem. Lake Michigan is so large, it has like a tide, it's really a small ocean. Let's be honest. The Great Lakes are just small oceans. But like it has a tide. And so the tide was coming up and hitting her in the chest when she was standing there. And she just wasn't really, she didn't freak out, but she wasn't really loving it. It was pretty obvious. And when I turned around to like, all right, let's go, she just sprinted out of there. So, but yeah, I don't know. It'd be cool. Swimming would be great for her leg, but I just can't really get her to, I don't know. Can confirm are small oceans, right? Great Lakes are large. They are. I don't know why the charade of calling them lakes. I don't even know. Lake Xbox? Like Xbox? My friends, let's freaking do this. Let's do the thing. Play the game, not intercourse. All right. Do I need to change my settings? I don't know. I always like to look at the video. We're good. We're good. All right. Audio, like it. Languages. All right. Everything looks good. Let's start a new game. Thought we were gonna smash. Oh man. Am I sure I want to start? Yes. In fact, I am sure. Quite sure. In the middle of the Great Lakes. Press space to skip. Oh, no, we're not skipping. No. 2030. Oh, this is in the very near future. 2036.
Man looks upon all that he has made and sees that it is good. Look upon my works, he says.
Ooh, curfew.
And see my greatness. He recounts his deeds in word and song. He builds monuments to his triumphs. But there is no one but himself to marvel at his dominion. He knows this.
Look at this corner
and he
cam.
is afraid. The idea that he is all alone in the inconceivable vastness of the universe terrifies him.
Wow,
into
that's a heck of a
action.
police vehicle.
So he creates his greatest work of all. A tribute to
Faith
his
book.
likeness. An extension of his being.
Well, that's not a real bird, is it?
A witness to the brilliance of its master. And the executor of his commands. But man's greatest work of all does not
We got a
see
sex robot in
brilliance.
chat. Help! Somebody help!
It sees only corruption, vanity, hubris.
What?
And it dreams of a world untainted by the touch of man.
What in the world just happened? 1 year later. So what, 2037 then?
It's a start.
Hang on a second. Wow. 1 second here. Here we go. I wonder what training method he's using to run. Tell me this is a parody game? That voice cannot be serious? Not a parody game. How do we discover this game? Twitter, actually. Like I said, I sort of found them on Twitter a little while back and been kind of following it. So played a little of this game this weekend. Kind of a throwback to the early 90s for sure. I wonder what training method, though. I don't know. All birds are fake. Oh, I actually have a video. I have a video that, yeah. I actually was out at the track yesterday doing a recovery day, and there was this bird flapping into the wind, not moving anywhere. Like, that bird's glitched right there. It's this third-person camera. Hey, Sylvie, how you doing? This game is Chinatown Detective Agency. Okay, I was kidding, but holy crap. You did. Merb. Don't go running, it'll kill you. Mod Squad just lost their shout out in the credits. All right, let's find out what's a start.
I'm here for the housewarming party.
Well. A CID superintendent traipsing around Chinatown in the wee hours of the morning. Sounds like a tabloid headline.
Confused though, what's a start?
Once upon a time, maybe. These days, even a commissioner is part of the furniture down in Geylang.
Got attacked by a 4-month-old husky named Cody during my run yesterday. Barely got out alive. A little gift?
I don't drink, Justin.
Ah.
Oh, keep it in a cool, dark place and away from reach of children. Who knows, might be worth something one day when we finally run out of wine.
Did you bring me anything else? My first job, maybe?
Okay. So she's just getting started.
Oh, cutting
That's
to the
what the
chase,
start
huh?
is.
I am a business owner now. I've got bills to pay.
Yeah, I've got something. There's a potential client looking for a little help. I've already told him about you. He doesn't like meeting in crowded places, so you'll need to see him
Man,
somewhere more
two?
discreet.
2 bots?
SPF.
What is this? Like 2018? Oh, that dude's name had 2018 in the title.
Civilian.
When are you going to hook me up with one of your officer buddies? You know, real work.
Oh, I'm glad she clarified there, because I'm thinking like, hook me up? That's not really work.
Firstly, you're welcome.
Business or pleasure?
Secondly, you don't want to get involved with contract work at the department. Trust me, you'll do work you regret for a pittance, and you get yourself involved in some nasty shit for your troubles. And lastly, this is real work. This guy is well connected. He's got the kind of money that can keep your lights on. You know, you can always just come back. The force is in bad need of people with your talents.
No. My days as a cop are over.
Oh, no harm in asking. Alright, my guy will send you a message soon. Keep him happy. Might actually stay in business for a while.
The echoes in... Oh, it was echoing? Alright. Hopefully it'll be better.
Hey, thanks. I owe you one.
Take care, Dharma. Stay safe out there.
Justin wasn't joking. This guy has a penchant for the cryptic. Under the shade of a tree where a man became one with the universe.
Is it better now? It wasn't in-game? You know the guy means business? Mike too powerful loots? I guess so. That's part of the reason why I have it like closer here to my face now, though, with the new setup, is to hopefully reduce that. Shouldn't be loud enough to be echoing. So that's kind of weird. Sounds okay now? Firstly, secondly, and lastly, that's true. Time to pull out the headphones. Yeah, I can't even do that, actually. Sounds good to you, DJ? Hey, what's going on, Chaotic? Lurking hard today. My bad sleep has been a bit weird again. All good? Hopefully you're feeling okay.
The Bodhi tree. The Buddha was enlightened under a Bodhi tree. But they aren't native to Singapore.
Yeah, it shouldn't be echoing. Hang on a second. Is it still doing it? Adjustments made a lot better. Okay, I'm going to turn down the game volume just a tiny bit too. Back to the other level. It was actually up for Fallout, since Fallout was a little bit quiet. This one seems a lot louder. Okay.
Although, that doesn't mean there aren't any. Not a lot of places where exotic plant life can be found in the city. So that should narrow down my options.
Be like, firstly, then in little C. All right, welcome to Chinatown Detective Agency. Missions will take you to different places in Singapore and the world. Right now, the mission tasks you with finding a Bodhi tree. Click on the map button at the bottom panel, access the MRT map, and click on a location to travel there. All right. Map? Wait, we can just kind of pick wherever? I feel like the gardens would be a good place to go, right? Are you sure you want to travel to Botanic Gardens? Yes. Could I really travel wherever I want right now? Sleepy Mom, what's going on? Apparently it's been 6 months. Time flies. My goodness, it does. Holy cow! Cheers to you. Thank you so much for that, Sleepy Mama. How was your weekend? Woke up yesterday at 7 a.m., went for a nap at 1 p.m. and was woken up by a video call at 6 p.m. Fell back to sleep almost instantly and woke up around 11 p.m. Was awake all last night. Tried to get a little sleep to not hurt my body clock, but I'm a bit brain dead. Gotcha. No worries, Chaotic. Don't worry. Don't worry. You don't have to. You don't have to report to me. All right. All right. The botanical gardens first laid out in 1859 during British rule. Countless species of plants and animals have called this home over the years, but I'm here for one in particular, the Bodhi tree by Swan Lake. The client should be waiting there. I'll need to hack my way past the maintenance gate, though. Oh, okay. All right, we're going to Swan Lake. Welcome to Renegade Software Sleeper Cell V1.9.21c. Connected to the gate system. Please connect matching nodes to proceed hacking. Wait, which ones are... Ah, there we go. Okay, I got to click over here. Mismatch detected. Caution, this may have been detected by security systems. Wipe CMD history after successful infiltration. Okay, hang on. Is that one? No. Okay, this is a we got a little bit of a challenge here. Circle, that one, did I see that one before? No. All right. We got it. Thanks, boss. My weekend was also busy, but it was a good one. Took the dog to the surgeon, got some pretty good news on Friday. Saturday, went back to went to a competition, got to see some family, but was gone pretty much all day. And then Sunday, took Mrs. Magoo to the airport early in the day. So, are the devs for this from China? I'm actually not sure where everybody's from.
Quite like the solitude of the gardens without all the children and the dog walkers, wouldn't you agree?
I wouldn't know. I've never broken into the gardens at midnight before.
I'm sorry, but I had to do it on purpose. I only work with people that show the kind of resourcefulness that you just did.
This is Rupert Zhou.
Please, call me Rupert. I work for a special group of people with a wide range of interests. We value our privacy, so whenever we need some legwork done, we outsource. And I assure you, it pays well.
Okay.
I like the sound of that. I just have to say right off the bat that I'm an investigator, not a thug. So I don't do dirty work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Miss Dharma, I'm not looking for a thug. I'm here to ask you to get to the bottom of things, not to inflict violence or coerce.
I just realized I have messages over here. Oh, it's just the okay. A picnic at midnight under the shade of a tree where a man became one with the universe. So we knew, okay, it was a Bodhi tree. Recently became affiliated, so I had a fun stream with the new channel point redeems. And I played a couple PS2 games with my husband. Very nice. I like it. Portrait art is very nice. It is. It really is. This right here. Looks good.
Having said that, were you to choose to use those methods to obtain what you seek, I won't stop you.
I like the lighting in these sort of pixely games.
One of our own is in need of some
very cool
assistance. He is the majority owner of an insurance firm, offices in 15 countries. The financial controller, a man named Philip Ng, has disappeared, along with millions of dollars from the company's coffers. A contractor managed to hack into Mr. Ng's phone, and of particular interest is a message received from an unknown source. It reads, "Of all men's miseries, the bitterest is this, to know so much and to have control over nothing."
Huh. That's some cloak and dagger stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Indeed. The last known location of the phone before going silent was the National Library.
Just looked it up, not from China. There is an interesting authenticity here in terms of the presentation of the characters. There is, yeah. Hey, Katie, how you doing? Doing well myself. How are you? Katie, I just realized, I think we have a mutual friend, my friend.
I'm no genius.
I think
but
so.
I can safely assume the message is meant to lead to a book or an article.
Glad you're doing well. Or sorry, glad you're doing good.
You're probably right. I'll get on it and keep you posted.
Yes, that'd be nice. Although, you won't need to. We'll know where you are. Most of the time.
Oh, great. Yeah.
I'd usually find that creepy. But knowing that I'm dealing with a secret society of Singapore's upper nobility kind of dulls the edge.
Resourceful and funny. I like you already. Good luck.
Do you know Zion Real, Katie? All right, we got a new contact, Rupert Zhou. Your mission log at the bottom right corner logs all your leads and other relevant information to the case. Right now, you may want to go to the last known location of Philip Ng. Sorry, I'm not used to pronouncing that. All right, so we got the mission log. I'm actually blocking it. I do indeed been friends with them for a few years. That's awesome. That's awesome. I can just click that. Okay, and I'm kind of blocking this. So if I do this, there you go. Now you can see it. Book passage. Of all men's miseries, the bitterest is this, to know so much and have control over nothing. This must be a passage from a book. I need to find this book. National Library. Last known location of Philip Ng's phone. National Library in the Civic District. All right. There we go. Yeah, Zion's great. I met Zion. I rated him, actually. I'm trying to remember why. Like, I think he was playing a game that we were playing at the same time, possibly? What? No way. How you doing? I just realized you and Katie were acquainted, and Katie and I just met like a couple weeks ago. So literally just got here. No freaking way. This is reminding me of the Spooky Deer situation. Katie and I just became acquainted a couple weeks ago, and I realized that you two knew each other. So that's very awesome. I'm trying to remember what game you were playing when we first met. But saw you were playing Chinatown and wanted to look. That's amazing. Oh, that's great. What does this evidence button do? Very reminiscent. Far Cry 6? I think it was before Far Cry 6. I know for sure, I think you had been playing, I'm trying to think. I feel like it was a game that we both were playing at the same time. Audio is very slightly in front of your camera. Oh, that's right. Through God of War. Yeah, yeah. Good, thanks. Hope we're doing well. Glad to see you, Zion. Yeah, doing well myself. Doing well. Man, that's gonna bother me. What game you were playing? I know you were playing some of the Yakuza games fairly early on. I remember dropping into Pokemon. I think, did you play like an ice truck? Was there an ice truck game at some point in there too? Gosh. Not a problem. I'm just struggling to look at your face because I'm a little OCD about that. There's nothing I can do about that, Chaotic. Snow Runner. Okay, Snow Runner. So maybe, I don't know if that was the first one though. I remember you playing Yakuza. Yeah, it could be on your end. They gamed Ice Road Truckers. I guess so. Had to there you go. There you go. Is there anything you can do about your face, Lutz? I can't unsee it. I could wear, I mean, I could dress up in emo. That's about all I got. Okay. Oh, this is nice. It's got a dialogue log. Okay. Perfect. All right. So we're going to head to the National Library. At least that's where I hope to go. What is this? Can't do anything with that. All right. National Library. Where is that at? Civic District? We'll find out. Please don't do that again, Lutz. How's God of War coming? I have not played it. I haven't played it in a little while. I suppose sequel is a weird word for me for a game with no story, but yeah. The Mud Runners spinoff. Interesting. Zion is a good one. I agree. Maybe you could do the emo, can't stop watching your face. My doc says I'm obsessed, but I think it's a fad. National Gallery. There's the National Library. All right. God of War is so good. Finally got around to playing that recently. Started playing World War Z Aftermath because I needed a Bloodborne break. Oh, yeah. I don't blame you on that. Yeah, I know. So did you finish it up then, Zion? I haven't finished it yet. I actually don't know how far into it I am. Shopping for a new dustpan and brush. I need a long handle one as my back issues. When did they cost over $20 dues? I don't know. Red Dead 2 I should be finishing this week. Amazing game. It is an amazing game for sure. For sure. The National Library. It's a miracle it's still up and running considering how underfunded the government is. I'll need to run a search on the database to know which section of the library I should head for. This is a point-and-click game, so I have to get used to that. Can you just talk to randos? Oh, I really need to work on my assignments instead of procrastinating. Not today, though. Hey, you know what? You know what? The future's moving faster than we think. And I get this uneasy feeling that we're moving towards some sort of inevitable. I guess the future ain't what it used to be, huh? I think that's why I prefer reading about history. I'm like a nostalgia kind of guy. Call me biased, but these days, old school is still best school. All right, let's see this. Hey, Riley, good morning, good morning. World War Z game is remarkably good. Have your tissues ready. I think I have World War Z. Never played it, though. Probably picking up from Poundland for a quid. A lot of fun shooting stuff. Definitely want to play that game more, especially in co-op. One of the key mechanics of Chinatown Detective Agency is that it requires the player to figure things out on their own. That means going online and doing a search for information could help you crack a clue. In this case, you should run a search on the quote Rupert told you about, then type the author name or the name of the book the quote came from in the National Library's automated receptionist console. So as we've found, I mean, I knew this because I knew about the game ahead of time, but you have to do some real world sleuthing in order to progress in the game. So I have to figure out that book quote. We're gonna have to type it in. Would somebody want to help me with that? I can't pull up the... Okay, hang on a second. I'm gonna need a book or author name to figure out where that quote came from. All right, so here's the quote. If anybody would like to help me with the Googling, all right? But if you know the answers, obviously, don't just straight up tell me. But if you want to play along with me here and help me with the Googling, it's so funny saying Googling, but feel free, all right? So the quote, again, of all men's miseries, the bitterest is this, to know so much and to have control over nothing. Herodotus? Did I add an extra syllable in there? Herodotus. No, that seems right, right? Yep, definitely gonna need tissues. Finish the main game and tissues were used. Gonna be actually finishing the actual game. Yeah. Did anyone see the screen capture game art award? It was RDR2 game capture. Almost made me cry. Really? I did not see that. They have an in-game browser. Wait, they do? Is it right here? Oh. That just opens up my default browser. So like minimize the game and open up the browser. All right. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. All right. Herodotus. I did not spell that right. Hang on a second. Herodotus. There we go. Please proceed to the Central Public Library, Basement 1. Here we go. Nice. Saber goes. Oh, hang on. Saber goes wild when trying to cover his doo-doo in the litter tray, and I'm struggling to bend down and clean up the dust without my lower back hurting. Wait, he doesn't want it covered? I'm confused. All right, so I'm headed to the basement, right? The importance of history being truthfully recorded from all points of view cannot be understated. One prevailing truth will ring forever throughout time as long as a keen eye can find it. Unfortunately, sometimes people will not accept the truth and want things more out of convenience. This is when they need a hard wake-up call to shake them out of apathy. You will never respect yourself if you only overcome what is weaker than you. So what have you been reading lately? So what have you been reading lately? Some deep stuff there. Basement 1. All right, here we go. Singapore history author M through Z. Asian history author A through H. I actually did not... Hang on a second. I'm going to Google Herodotus. That's Greek, right? Yes. Okay. Greek history. Perfect. What's this one? Asian history. General and world history author A through K. You have a picture link? Yeah, you should be able to post it, Professor. You're a sub, which is links are just reserved for regulars, what Loot Spot Goose considers a regular. And subs are ranked higher than regulars. What? That's in game? No way. No freaking way. You guys, you have to click on that. Oh, that's amazing. Wowzers. That's unreal. How are you finding this so far then, Lutz? Caught my attention, but don't play a lot of point and clicks. I don't play a lot of points and clicks either. But so far, I've just been intrigued by the world, you know? He covers it, but he goes absolutely crazy and kicks half the litter out of the tray. Oh, I got what you're saying. Okay. Hates the smell of his own doo-doo. That's good. That's how most of them should be, though, right? That means he's relatively normal. Wait a minute. What was the first one again? Singapore history. Did I check this one? Okay, Singapore. Asian history. General and world history, A through K. HIJK. Hello? Hey, you wouldn't happen to have seen a laptop somewhere around here, have you? No? Well, no worries. Have a good one. Oh, that sucks. Oh, you look like a private detective. I'm something of a detective myself. Want to trade information? Wait a minute.
Looking for a book.
Oh, this is this person, not... Okay. Wowzers indeed. This game came out on Thursday last week, so yes, very recent. Red Dead is such a beautiful game. It really is. I should play it on PC because I played it on the Xbox One when it first released, and it looked good, don't get me wrong, but it would be nice to see it with the most up-to-date hardware. So it's not described as a cyber noir is immediately on board. Right, exactly. Article somewhere where somebody kept submitting screenshots of RDR2 to a news show's photo of the week type thing, and they kept winning. No way. I'm something of a scientist myself. Me being a computer scientist.
Sure you are.
No, I am.
Oh, you're serious. Sorry, it's just that we don't get many visitors looking for books these days. Or these years. Which one are you looking for?
I'm looking for the Histories by Herodotus.
Double dipping it on PC, yeah. I'd say it's worth it for sure. The Histories.
Goodness, Herodotus. Okay, follow me.
All right. Oh, I don't even have to click for this part. Whoa, look at that dude's watch. Projecting something at him.
Here we go. The Histories. Herodotus. Took an impress 1952. Probably hasn't seen the light of day since I was in primary school.
Is this supposed to make me feel bad,
Nothing
or?
seems to be out of the ordinary.
You play the end. The game was unreal.
On the contrary, a lot of the stuff Herodotus wrote in the book is pretty out of the ordinary. It was his attempt at chronicling the world of his time, and let's just say he got pretty creative. Flying snakes, ants the size of foxes, stuff like that.
All right.
Hang on. Some parts of these pages have been underlined.
Ugh, yeah, some people like to do that.
No, there's something strange about this one. Some of the pages have a single letter underlined.
A
telltale sign of a cipher.
Cipher. Didn't see the watch. I was looking at the girl's blue hair next to him. Wall-to-wall work meeting times. Love y'all. Bye. See ya, Spooky. Hopefully the meetings go okay. A new game I need, emphasis on need, is Lego Star Wars. Yeah, I've been hearing really good things. Nonder has actually been playing it. Super enjoying it from what I can tell. I haven't played a Lego game in a while.
This is a clue.
Clue?
Look, I'm trying to track down the last person who used this book. Is there some way I can access CCTV footage of this part of the library?
Amira, I think you're overthinking things. Let's just look at the front of the book to see the stamps.
Technically yes, but you'll have to file a J2 form and an Annex B form and personally hand it over to the director, but he's on vacation in Fiji. But you could also file an E-application to the security department and...
No, I haven't got time for that.
Hang on. What's going on here? Things are escalating pretty...
Adorable and hilarious. They generally are pretty freaking funny, for sure. Same here, but this looks insane. It's apparently huge, so much to do. Over 300 characters to unlock. My goodness. Yeah, stay safe in your meetings, for sure.
I'm a private investigator. A person's gone missing and I'm
Star Wars
trying to
nut,
track him
yeah.
down. The only lead I've got led me to
You should
this
really,
book.
you should hang out with Nonder.
And you're thinking the underlined parts are a clue?
Underlined parts are a clue,
I
yes.
don't think they're a clue. I'm pretty sure they are.
There's not much of a difference, I think, between those two things. Hang on 1 second. 1 second, my friends. All right, we're good. Had to make sure it wasn't a work message.
Look, do you think you could at least help me find out who the last person to check this book out was?
Yes, but I'm I'm not really allowed to tell you.
Not even for $100?
Ooh.
You know, for your troubles.
Bribery, $100 reduce.
And of course, there's the priceless sense of accomplishment that comes with helping solve a case.
So this is what it's come to. I mean, politicians getting bribed is sort of the norm now.
Yeah, been the
The
norm.
librarians, oof.
I'm sorry. You're right. That was a stupid idea. Look,
Tell you what, 300 and you got yourself a deal. Being a librarian doesn't exactly pay grade, and times like these, you gotta look out for number one, you know?
Oh, 300 it is, I guess.
Man, not even gonna negotiate back down.
Okay. It says here the book was checked out about 83 hours ago by a Genevieve Go.
Genevieve,
It
huh?
is.
Well, now we're really breaking the law, aren't we?
Let's get real. The law is out of service until further notice. If this person's going to be found, we'll have to work around it.
It is pretty funny. Like, I don't know. You're really pushing my morals here, but triple the amount, and that'll make me feel better.
Well, let's see. 42 Biddock North Avenue, Unit 12, 4081.
All right.
Perfect. Hey, thanks. I appreciate it.
Listen, I'm gonna have a look at the book. Maybe I can make sense of the clue.
That would be extremely helpful.
Ooh, does this technically make me a private eye now?
Yeah, you could say that.
Ah, that's nuts! Okay, I'll let you know if I make a breakthrough.
All right. Okay, so we've got a friend now, I suppose. No new messages. Can I just dial numbers here? 555 5555. No answer. Yeah. What's this? Oh, I could just call. Okay, hang on. Can I just call Rupert whenever I want? No answer. Yeah, all right. $300 to fully dock somebody, right? Oh, good guy. 867 5309. All right. What about Mike Jones? 281 330 8004. Oh. Wait. Number's out of service. Ah, okay. Yeah, well. Best number. All right, well, I guess maybe the area, it didn't like the area code. So wait, 281 330 8004. 1-900 makes a lot. Yeah, no luck. No luck. All right. Name of borrower, huh? Wait a minute. Ender's Game, Christopher L. Doran. Beyond Good and Evil. These. Oathbringer. Wait. Master Booter card? Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Some interesting titles on here. But why couldn't I just like look at this myself? Lust in the Time of COVID by Maddie was borrowed by Maddie Dries. Carmen Sandiego back in business. Thomas J. Chesterfield. Jenny, who can I turn to? Flannel shirt world champ. Oathbringer sounds like something from Game of Thrones, right? It does. The Book of Raptor Jesus? Good titles in here. All right. I actually didn't even, I kind of skimmed it too quickly. I didn't actually even look for the, didn't even look for the book we were actually checking on. Like, why couldn't I have done this, though? All right. Okay, so now, head to Bedok. Last person to check out the book lives in 42 Bedok North Avenue. All right. So we're going to check the map. That is in fact its own place. Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck. Was that in there? I missed that. Singapore's most populated residential town. Without the exact address, finding someone would have been like looking for a needle in a grain silo. Block 42. Better call Rupert. Well, he's not going to answer, is he? Probably will this time. Amira, how are we doing? I followed a lead that led me to an apartment in Bedok. Block 42, yes. Pretty worrying, you already know, but yeah, I'm here. No one's home, so I can probably hack the lock. Do it. My guys will turn off the block's camera system. It's on the citywide network, so we'll have it disabled by the time you put the phone down. Great, I'll keep you updated. Wow, very casual. All right, here we go again. Another matchy match game. Uh-oh. Getting a little bit too mixed up here. There we go. Probably should have checked out the Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck. Well, someone left in a hurry. I should feel around for the light switch. There we go. All right. Ooh, look at this environment. And there's a button there. I can't. Let's see. Let's hit this. Whoever Genevieve is, it looks like she packed up and left. I doubt she's still in the country. Wait, what's this? Oh, I can't. Okay. Can't do anything else. So I'm just probably looking at her computer. She left in such a rush, she left the computer on. Well, looky here. From Philip to Gen Go. Oh, look at this. We got a whole bunch of numbers here. All right. All right. The secret code. I'm betting the book in the library is the key. Time to head back. All right. Hopefully that I'm sure that saved it for me, right? Evidence. Persons of interest. Oh, she's a student. Genevieve Go is a student. Okay. Philip Ung. Everly F's financial controller. Single MBA reservist. Infantry sergeant. National Social Grading System score 5. I don't know what that means. Okay. Hopefully that code is saved somewhere. I should probably, before I leave. Wait, can I not? Uh-oh. Hopefully that code is saved because I can't do anything else with the computer again. Hey, Jesus. What is up? Just playing some detective sleuthingness. How you doing today? Welcome back in. Social credit score minus 5,000. If I toggle the switch back off. I don't know why this... Oh, wait. I can do these. Genevieve was a fan of mech anime. Impressive collection of toy models. Should probably check out other things, huh? A nice little apartment, I would say. All right. We'll go back to... what's this? Is this weight? Yeah, that is a weight. Okay. I'm going to wait. Horace? All right, so we're going to go back to the library. Hopefully that code's saved somewhere because I don't see it in my log, nor was I able to reopen the computer, so. All right. I'm going to find Mia. It was Mia, right?
Ah, just in time.
May.
It appears the book is a key to cracking some secret message. The highlighted letters and the page numbers are linked, and they probably correspond to an encoded message.
Wow, you think? I think she's onto something.
Kinda like this?
Yes. The message is purely numerical. I'm betting these numbers point to a specific page in the book which contains a highlighted letter.
All right.
Let's try it out.
Okay, so this is the message here. Okay, we have to enter the deciphered message below. Okay. Ah. Oh, this is tricky. So are the highlighted letters... Okay, okay. So there's a page 144 right here. What's the second number mean, though? 144. Okay, so it's on two different pages. Each letter is highlighted on two different pages. Okay. So I think the first one is L. So we've got 77 or 7. There's a U at 77. Okay. 99. Is that one? D. L-U-D. Okay. 104 possibly? 104 is S. I should double check the second numbers real quick just to make sure there's no like duplicates. All right, 104. 115 is T. Ludst. 75 is not in there. A second. 115, right? Yeah, 75. Do I see a 75 anywhere? Yes. Oh, okay. Missed the O. I'm not capitalizing this. Okay, 75. 142 is W. Ludstown, I bet. 69, nice, is N. Ludstown. Okay. I'll put a space in there. 142 again. That was one that we already had. 142 is W. 109. 109 E. 101 is D. 101. 69 again is N. Wednesday, I bet. Okay. Let's make sure we got Wedness in here first. So we got 10. What is that? I said 109. Yep. 69, 109. 104 S. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and say Wednesday. All right. And then 125. Hey, Trip Chance, how you doing? Doing well myself. How about you, my friend? 125. We're just deciphering a message currently. It is very cloak and daggery up in here today. Let me say 125 is S. Okay. 112. 112. 112. 112. Sometimes I'm not very good at finding the actual, yeah, it's I. Okay, but it's going to be a time. Ludstown Wednesday. So we got 97 again. 97 was X. Yep, 6. 121 looks like is the next one. 121. Wait a minute. I said 97, right? For X? Yes. Okay. So 121. There's no page 12. That's F. 6F. 21. 120. 120 is O. 645, I bet. 86 is R, right? Yeah. We're going to say 640. Probably not 645. Maybe just 640. 115 and 182. 115, so T and Y. Yep. Here we go. Ludstown Wednesday, 640.
Ludstown Wednesday, 6:40.
I'll be the first to have a pre-board exam before my board exam in our university, which means double trouble, but overall I'm okay. You'll be the first one? What is that? Why is that?
A meeting place and a time. Ludstown. Never heard of it.
Wherever it is, it's probably where Philip and Genevieve have gone off to. I doubt this place is in Singapore. Genevieve left in a hurry. I'm betting this is a flight.
Ah.
Ludstown.
I will say the icon nearest the map kind of looks like an airplane. I wonder if that will be.
Says here there were only 3 flights at 6:40 on the Wednesday after the email was sent. Istanbul, London, and Osaka. I'll have to do a little digging to find exactly where they went.
Nice.
I gotta go. Thanks for everything.
No problem. I'm meeting, by the way. If you need my help again, you know where to find me. I like that I can put my encyclopedic knowledge to good use, but bring cash.
Can we call or no?
Noted. Thanks, meeting.
I'll just have to fly back to this library every time, huh? No, we got a new contact. All right. Amira. Rupert, Philip Ung and his girlfriend are no longer in Singapore. I expect as much. Do you know where they went? They left a clue behind. I'm still figuring out, but I'll need money to book a flight. Say no more. I'm wiring you partial payment for the job. Book your flight and get to them as soon as possible. Wherever they are, I can make a few calls and track their precise location. Call me when you land. What happens when they get back here? You shouldn't worry about that. Just find them. You'll get a bonus for bringing them back here alive. Whoa. All right. Now that you know where the suspect is, it's time to fly there. The game features a flight booking system called Horus. Aha! Click on the Horus button in the bottom panel and book a flight to wherever you think Philip and Genevieve have gone to. After that, travel to the airport. If you are too early for your flight, you can speed up time by waiting. Press W to open the wait menu. Oh, cool. Okay. That's pretty cool. So it's only optional to bring them back to Singapore, according to this leads. Okay. So Ludstown, she said, let me bring that back up. Okay. What did she say? It's 3 different places. Istanbul, London, and Osaka. All right. Istanbul, London, and Osaka. All right. Ludstown, London, Istanbul, and Osaka are the ones coming up right now. Ludstown, London. Osaka. A lot of exams. Good luck with them for sure. Yeah. Previously, they only had board exams. Now we have to take a pre-board exam, and only if we pass in that, we get to attend the board exam. Wow. Too much ciphering and deciphering for me. It is a detective game. Did I do Istanbul yet? Istanbul. I feel like the only one that's actually showing anything up is London. London. Ludgate is, by similar tradition, to be said the gate where Lud was buried. Ludgate? I'm going to go with London here. All right. Let's do London. Alrighty. So let's book a flight to London. From Singapore to London. You sound like you're from London. Departure. Oh, I can change these? Hang on a second. What's my current date? Okay. Leaving the same day? Possibly. 6:40. Can I make it there on time? How do I, yeah, okay, hang on a second. Yeah. Can I go there first before booking it? Let's try that. Oop. I'll go to the airport first and then book it. Because I don't know how long it's going to take me to get through all the security and stuff. Nancy Drew is a detective game, right? Carmen San Diego. Actually did not take me very long to get here. I could potentially be there. Boarding starts 3 hours. Wait, that's not... Okay, I can't really read that whole thing there. Boarding starts 3 hours. Okay, thank you for booking with Horus. Your outbound flight, UX 957, will depart for London on 9/3 at 6:40. Boarding starts 3 hours before departure. Safe travels. Okay. So how do I get into the airport? Okay. Hang on. Did I book a flight that I'm not going to be able to use? Like, why can't I get in here? Oh, it's right here. Board flight. There we go. Found it. Hey, Peachy. How you doing? How was your weekend? Finally back to the guild. Hello, Lutz and chat. Missed you. Oh, we missed you. How was your weekend? Rupert, I think they're in London. Can you reach out your feelers and see if we can track them down? Okay, hang on. An hour later. 2037, yeah. City surveillance network spotted them in an apartment not far from Canary Wharf. God bless AI-powered face recognition. CCTV footage shows a man that matches Philip's profile. Entered the apartment a few hours ago. Go now. Canary Wharf apartment. Excuse me. What's this? Oh, you can learn about the place that you're in, but the only problem is it doesn't pause the game while you're doing that. Time is of the essence. It is indeed 2037.
Are you there?
Yeah, just outside the apartment.
Listen, cornered snakes tend to strike in furious desperation. Be careful, just in case.
It's okay. Got sick on Thursday, so spent Thursday and Friday recovering. Went to see Sonic 2 on Saturday. Went to look at a house yesterday. We put in an offer, so we're just waiting to hear if they accept it. Oh, that's exciting. Well, first of all, congrats on the house offer. That's, I think, the biggest thing to take away from this. Secondly, I'm sorry you've been feeling sick lately. And thirdly, how was Sonic 2? I've been hearing good things, actually, which I wasn't really expecting.
Thanks. Don't worry. There's always a diplomatic solution to every problem.
I never saw the first Sonic movie. All right,
Mr.
diplomatic
M,
solution.
I'm Amira Dharma from Singapore. I've been sent to ask you a few questions. Can I have a few minutes?
Oh!
Looks like the diplomatic solution isn't going to work today.
Well, to be fair, he did shoot like 8 feet from the ground, so... When you see the crosshairs icon above Amira's head, it means that a shootout is about to begin. Press and hold the G key to unholster your gun and begin the shootout. No freaking way. Congrats on seeing Sonic 2. I want to see it. What's you've seen a few movies lately, right, Coleman? If there's a house next door to me, because that is for sale. First time we put in an official offer on a house, so it's exciting, gives me anxiety at the same time. You were looking in the same city that you're in currently, right? Or at least nearby? All right, here we go. We just gotta get into a shootout here.
What are you doing, Philip?
What? No way.
It's done! I'm done! I'm not going back!
Yes, you are. So is Genevieve. Alive. Put the gun down.
I'm done! I've done what I was told, and I've got to live with it!
Uh-oh. It's a shooty game? I didn't know that.
Even if it means we have to die.
No. Whenever you enter a shootout, your mouse cursor will turn into a crosshair. Shoot Philip to disable him. You should always try to shoot your target in the hand or arm to avoid killing them. But his arm is behind her. I figured that's what I was going to try to do, though. Be careful. You've got limited time to take your shot. If you run out of time, you will automatically kill your target. Did his hand just get blown off? This is very Fallout-like. Do we make it?
The woman of the hour is back in the
Ah!
house.
Shoot for the center of body mass. Sonic 2 was good. My oldest won a gift card for a local movie theater at school, so she paid for it. Look at that. Taking mom out on a date. Just ones on stream and stuff. Really want to get to the theater to see everything, everywhere, all at once. Ah, I've seen almost nothing about that. Charles says shoot to kill as well. You guys. I'm just a detective.
Hello, Rupert. How's our man doing?
He was discharged from the hospital yesterday. He was carted to CID HQ, but not before I could have a word with him. He had quite a story.
I bet he did.
Oh? Care to share?
It appears Philip's little heist wasn't his idea.
Believe it. Double tap, just in case, you know,
He
zombies.
had accomplices?
Leave no one alive to file a lawsuit. But we're back in Singapore now, and that took place in London, so, you know, jurisdiction.
Accomplice suggests that it was a team effort, but it's not that. It's more like he received instructions from someone else. Someone that's proving to be elusive.
I've got a feeling that you aren't here for a courtesy call.
Thankful. Repeat business is hard to come by these days.
Look in our area for your house. We walked through a lot of duds, but this one yesterday was perfect, so please send all the positive vibes our way if you could. So, when do you expect to hear? House next to me has a pool. If anyone's looking for a house with a pool, sure. Sure. I'd take a pool. Good vibes indeed. Hopefully you hear back real soon.
Get yourself something good to eat. Get some rest. You've earned it.
Vibes.
Call me when you're ready to go deeper down the rabbit hole.
Thanks. See you when I see you.
Good day, Miss Darling.
I like this see you when I see you thing. That's sort of like a, I don't really want to see you again. Game autosaves at the end of every mission. Alrighty. Is there also a chance to save manually? Oh man, I was hoping that was gonna be a whole like song, not just a tune.
God, what a shithole.
Dang, geez. Pretty mean.
The things I do for some people.
This game seems neat, right? It does. So far, I'm really enjoying it.
Hi, can I help you?
Amira Dharma.
That is my name. Don't wear it out.
Yeah, sorry. Did we have an appointment?
No, I'm a walk-in customer. The door was left open, so I let myself in.
For sure, Peachy. Keep us posted.
I'm Tiger Lily. I apologize for the unannounced visit. I'm here to talk about...
Is she trying to, these are my vibes for Peachy. 1,000 guild credit. There you go. Is she sort of trying to go incognito here? I just noticed she's wearing sunglasses. Her character portrait, however, doesn't really match it so much. I have to call my mom back, which means I might miss the end of the stream. So if that's the case, glad to be back. Glad we could witness a new game for sure. For sure, Peachy. Definitely give your mom a call. Even giving her a complete wardrobe instead of the same old clothes. Thank you, Octi. I'll use that toward the down payment. There you go. Excuse me, do you accept guild credit?
No, that's quite all right. Please, have a seat. Tiger Lily. Is that a stage name or something?
Something like that.
Okay.
I'll stand if you don't mind. I actually don't have long. I'll give you the quick abridged version. A friend needs some help with a family matter.
Okay, by quick abridged version, I think she means extremely vague, non-helpful information.
Here, have a look at this.
A stamp encased in a thin protective plastic film. It's in great condition. Part of the cancellation mark is clearly visible. Cancellation mark. I think I'll get through to the final attempt. I've applied for a competition / talent type show type thing for new content creators. I don't think I'll get through, as the first stage was to make a short, and I did a montage of my recent video, but it was 16:9 and I didn't have the original files, so I had to jank it a bit. But the prize is 100,000 and lots of eyeballs on your content. I would like some good vibes too. Yeah, actually, Chaotic, I was considering, I don't know how I felt about it, because I only knew about it because of you. I saw your tweet. How does it work, though? I was considering entering and then seeing if maybe we get a few from the guild to enter, and then we all kind of like boost each other, you know? 16:9, 19:6. Right. The long, the short YouTube shorts. All right.
Nice looking stamp.
Sure, if you're into that kind of thing. My friend
If
needs
you're into
someone to return
stamps.
this stamp to the place of its origin. No questions asked.
Okay. Returning the stamp to the place of its origin, no questions asked. Okay, except for you're not giving me very much info.
But I've got so many questions.
Same.
I'm sure you do. My friend is willing to pay $8,000 for the return of this stamp.
$8,000 dues?
Questions asked. We will, of course, require some official acknowledgement that it has ended up in the hands of the right people. An email from a government official or museum will do.
You think I could hack the email? YouTubers on the panel judge, so I don't think you can boost yourself until the further stage was a mix of pro YouTube judges and viewers. Yeah, I'm saying, like, how do you progress through the stages, though? Okay. That's what I wasn't clear on.
So you need me to figure out where this stamp came
They
from.
just they watch
Travel
all the
way
submissions
there
and then they vote on them
return
and
to
pick them, or
anyone willing to take it. Seems fishy. Why doesn't your friend just hire a stamp collector to figure it out and send it to wherever he needs to go via courier?
This needs to be done with the utmost confidentiality. It needs to be done in person, and it needs to arrive where it needs to safely and securely.
a lot of needs.
If you want a long career in private investigation, you better get used to unusual requests like these.
Okay, I'm sure I can work it out.
Alrighty. 60 seconds short, then they whittle it down to 10 creators to go through the next stage.
Good.
After that, I don't know yet.
Thank
Gotcha.
you. Travel expenses won't be covered, so try to keep your movements efficient and decisive.
Geez, well, depending on how far I have to travel, $8,000 dues ain't gonna cut it.
Got it. I'll let you know when I make a breakthrough.
Do I have? Oh, no, I do. Look at that. You guys see that in the bottom left corner of the screen? I do have a bank account there.
Please do. I'll wait for word. It was a pleasure, Miss Dharma.
Nice to meet you. Speak to you soon.
I'm really glad I didn't miss that flight. I didn't want to have to buy another one. Alrighty. $690. Nice. A lot of dollar dues. It really is. Questions will have to wait. I need to figure out where the stamp came from. The stamp has part of a cancellation mark which indicates the exact city it was sent from. The 4 letters are part of the city's name. If I can deduce the missing letters, I can find out the specific origin of the stamp, which may prove helpful. All right. Can I look in here? Okay, optional. Find out the exact city the stamp was sent from using the letters in the cancellation mark as a clue. The letters form part of the city's name. Okay. I need to find out the country. Find out which country the stamp Tiger Lily gave you is from. Book a flight and deliver it to a government official or museum. View the stamp in the evidence tab. Okay, perfect. I can click on it again here. So we have ROUT. Ottomans? Adrianople. Okay. We're gonna go to the National Library again. Still, the separate face cam in the gameplay, it would have been easier to jank it because the file size was huge. 4K face cam didn't keep the original file. Oh wow, yeah, that's a lot. What's this, National Gallery? I kind of want to see what this is. I haven't been to the National Gallery. Tap me to activate guide. Tap. Welcome to the Europa Gallery, showcasing incredible works by influential European artists. Your personal device is now paired to the audio guide. Please browse the gallery to hear interesting facts and information. The School of Athens, a recreation by German painter Anton Raphael Mengs of Renaissance painter Raphael's Vatican fresco, finished around 1755. This recreation was commissioned by the Duke of Northumberland. It was adapted to a rectangular format by Mengs, so he did so while masterfully capturing the grandeur of the original. Important figures include Plato, Aristotle, Socrates, and Diogenes. Bought from the Victoria and Albert Museum and donated to the National Gallery by Go Ong and Partners in 2027. Very soon. Wait, is this all the... Is that all the further I can move? Oh, that's weird. All right. Well, we'll have to come back here. This isn't part of the mission. Wait a minute. What happens if I hit back? Perfect. Okay. Go back to the library. Northumberland is not a place I usually hear in games, right? If I did win, I'd pay off my debts, buy some fancy new camera equipment, and buy a Tesla. All right. What is... Let's see. Welcome back to the National Library. Dharma Amira, please proceed to the basement level. Librarian Chan Mei-Ting has approved your instant access benefit. Right. Can I see Mei-Ting again? Maybe I can just call her. Seems to be pretty knowledgeable. No answer. Okay. Guess we'll go back to the basement. Maybe she's back here again. Might just have to do some internet. Yeah, might just have to do some internet stuff here. Where else could I maybe go? All right, let's just try it. Let's just try it out. All right. Okay, let's do... Oh, this opens a new browser every time. Not a tab. All right, there we go. Okay, so we have ROUT is what it starts with. Border Scotland, I Googled it. Gotcha. Okay, Northumberland is way up north of England, like right close to the border of Scotland. Not even border Scotland, but I don't know. Never go that far up north. So border Scotland. Very nice. Adrianople is a city in Turkey. Okay. And then let's see, Ottomans. So Ottoman Empire. Ottoman conquest of Adrianople. Thracian. Okay. R-O-U-T. Okay. Turkey? So we think it's possibly Turkey? Looks like it could be some Turkish architecture here. Ottomans, boo. I'm sorry. R-O-U-T. Adrianople? Adrianople. I'm looking at the gosh, you do that and it just like Google's the top article is which country and city is Tiger Lily's stamp from in. So, I mean, I'm trying not to look at those. Postage stamps. Aha, here we go. Look. Oh, I see I've got image searches. Aha, check this out. It looks like a similar stamp. Postage stamps and postal history of Turkey. Okay. In the city of Edirne. Hey, Steph. Didn't miss the end. It was a quick phone call this morning. There you go. Let's see, how much time do I have? I still have a little bit. Not much. Not much. So this is a Turkish stamp. I feel pretty good about that. But I have to figure out R-O-U-T, where that would be. R-O-U-T. Yeah, basically, I found a stamp that looks exactly like the one right here on Google Images. It's under a Wikipedia article called "Postage Stamps and Postal History of Turkey." So, Clockwork came back with a greyhound. Gonna need to shower. Oh no. Yeah, good luck indeed. Okay, so yeah, so that building is called the Semlier Mosque. I probably am, or oh yeah, I'm definitely butchered that. Selimiye Mosque, possibly. The location is in Edirne, Turkey. I'm so sorry. I do not know how to pronounce these at all. R-O-U-T. Let me just do a quick search. R-U-T. Nope, that's not pulling up anything in there. R-O-U-T. Roots. I wish the game music still played in the background while I was doing these searches, but because I've minimized the game, it does not. Oh, that's tough. Okay, well, I found the stamp. Come back with a greyhound or on a greyhound? I had a question if it's the latter, right? If all of a sudden, my first thought was, okay, the dog walker came back with a totally different dog than Buffy. That's what my first thought was. Ah, here. Okay, hang on a second. Ottoman Empire cancellations. Ah, this is, okay, another image, a little bit better here. It's hard to tell what this stamp says, though. But this is it. This is on a message board from March 23rd, 2019. Aha. Check this out. Check this out. Let me show you this. This is what I'm looking at right now. You can see it's the same stamp and there's a R-O-U-T-H right here, but I can't make out this first letter. Can I zoom in on it? Enhance. Ruth. What letter could that be? C or G? Hard to tell. It's kind of in the you know, like design of the stamp, and it's really hard to read. Not enough contrast between those two. Looks like Beirut, which may be Beirut. Ah, that's a B? Man, good eye. Good eye, Professor. Beirut. Beirut. All right. Let's give it a shot. Beirut. Yeah, that's a translation then. Capital city of Lebanon. All right. Let's check it out. All right, so we got to go to... Is that in the list here? So we're going to... what did I just say? I'd have to fly, right? Beirut's in Lebanon. Second, okay. But I don't see that on here. What would be the closest? Would I have to go... Uh-oh. Second. Hey, Mass. I have not finished Fallout, and I'm not done with Fallout either. We'll be playing some more of it. So hang on a second. Beirut. Let me see here. What's the closest? So it's Lebanon, of course. Actually don't know how large Lebanon is. Lebanon's fairly large. Fairly large. Beirut is definitely another way of spelling Beirut. Okay. This is called Chinatown Detective Agency. It is an indie game that just released last week on Thursday. I was going to actually play it on Thursday, but unfortunately did not, didn't quite have enough time. Like it didn't release in time for me. Budapest. Does this actually update right here? Or, let's see. Cairo. I don't know if it does. London is not there. Yeah, so this little map does not update. Oh, maybe I have to hit... Nope, that doesn't... Okay, it does not update the map. All right. Des Moines, as in, like, Iowa? It is, in fact, Iowa. Okay. All right, so it just does, like, towards the general region. Okay, Istanbul is Turkey. 313. Oh, dang, that's a flight in the past. Okay. Well, that's a problem. How do I... Uh-oh. Am I too late for any of these? These are all showing 313s. Okay, well, this is confused. Main airport in Lebanon would be in Beirut. What city in Lebanon? Yeah. Narrator. No, Lebanon is not very large. Well, larger than I was expecting, I should have said. Yeah. Not large in you know, relative terms. Let's see. Yeah, it would be in Beirut. Well, I feel pretty good about Beirut actually being correct. Hang on, let's read the log again. Find out which country the stamp Tiger Lily gave you is from. Book a flight and deliver it to a government official. Oh, right, okay. Optional, find out the exact city the stamp was sent from using the letters in the cancellation mark as a clue. The letters are form part of the city. Okay, so I need to fly to the city. So we need to fly to Istanbul, because that's Turkey. But I'm a little concerned about the dates now. It's a Turkish stamp. Okay, oh, right, because I didn't change the departure date. I'm stupid. There we go. Okay. We'll be able to catch this flight here. Starts boarding 3 hours before. We'll purchase this. Okay. And then we're going to head to the airport. Ooh, what am I doing on time? Probably not. Ooh, not great. Okay. Now we have an off-white hound instead. I think we'll do a deep clean with a whitening shampoo during Saturday grooming. Is there a way to... Second. Is there a way to save the game? Uh-oh. I might not be able to save the game right here. Oh, crap. What happens if I hit load game? Where did it save it from? Auto save. Let's see. In-game date. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Crap. We might have to skip through some stuff when we get back. I don't have a whole lot of time, unfortunately. I can't board my flight just yet. We'll try it. We'll try it out. Was it 3 hours before? So I only have to wait like 1 hour. We'll wait 2 hours though. right, we're gonna board the flight. Small neighborhood. Jerusalem is not far away geographically. All right, so we have this philatelic museum. Thank you for meeting me. I'm here to donate these stamps back to their origin country. I hope it came to the right place. That's a beautiful stamp. It was issued during the Ottoman years. A beautiful specimen. Can we know to whom we owe our gratitude? Generous soul who wishes to remain anonymous. Let's leave it at that. The museum can keep it, but I expect an official letter of acknowledgement for our donation. Of course, that's the least we can do. One last thing, if you please. The Philatelic Museum is a community-run organization. We can't afford official historians. Does the donor have any more information behind the stamp? Which city it came from? Came from... Do I spell it the way... What do you guys think I should do? Should I spell it the way that it... Like this? Beirut? Or should I spell it like Beirut? You've never been out of the country? Really, Peachy? Pretty cool. I would like to go to Turkey. That'd be awesome. My job, been fortunate to be able to travel a bit. Ancestors are from Lebanon. I taught some class on the Arab world as well. That's awesome. Like being in places? I think I should spell it this way. Okay, let's do it. Submit. Thank you. You'll receive the acknowledgement letter soon. Please send the donor our thanks. All right. Return to my office, so I have to fly back home. Means I have to buy another flight. I think it might actually be okay to do this. Heading back to Singapore. Yeah, this date here. 10:20. Oh, that flight's left. 11:40 though. We'll be able to do that one. 14th, yes, please. Book it. And board it. Here we go. The sound I was hearing was a call to prayer. That's awesome. Peachy says spelled like Babe Ruth. All right. Am I in Chinatown? That would make sense, right? Chinatown Detective Agency. Actually never paid close attention, so. Office. There we go. I do want to explore some of these other places, but because I'm short on time, I want to get that autosave. Sign on. Thank you. Dear Miss Dharma, the Philatelic Museum of Istanbul sends their most heartfelt thanks for your donation of an Ottoman-era stamp. It also appears that you were right. The stamp was originally sent from Beirut in Lebanon, which was once a part of the empire. Your contributions to the preservation of our historical heritage will enrich the lives of collectors and enthusiasts for generations to come. Sincerely, Sinan Beyoglu, head of Philatelic Society. It's called Tiger Lily. Lily, I'm back, and I got your letter from the Istanbul Philatelic Museum. Great work. I feel like it's philatelic, right? Great work, Miss Dharma. My friend is quite pleased. And brilliant work with finding out the exact city the stamp was sent from. A bonus is an order courtesy of our generous donor. Thank you. But what I would really like is an explanation, you know, just out of curiosity. You'll get more than that, Miss Dharma. Please come back and visit me in my health club in Gaylong whenever you get the time. But please make it soon. I'll give you the backstory. I tend to read fast, and then when a city comes up that I have no idea how to pronounce, that really trips me up. Perfect. Thank you. See you soon. Visit Tiger Lily or Health Club. Okay, now I have to go back. All right. Health Club in Gaylong. Oh crap! I clicked the wrong one. Dang it. Hopefully I don't have to use money every time I step on the train. I haven't paid attention to that. Gaylong is down here. 16,580. Did I have 16,580 before I did this? Looks like it. All right. Haifeng. Tiger Lilies. Wait a minute. She said at her health club. Which one is... We're just going to go to Tiger Lilies. There we go.
Miss Dharma.
Lily, hope it's not a bad time.
It's the perfect time. Please.
Babe Ruth, the Great Bambino. The Sultan of SWAT. The Colossus of Clout.
Welcome to my little kingdom. This is Lucas Yo, the former owner of the stamp you brought back to Turkey.
Is Ramadan right now? So Ramadan Mubarak?
Pleasure to finally
meet you. The Colossus of Cloud. You gotta get the echo in there.
Pleasure's mine, Mr. Yo. Of the revered Yo family, if I'm not mistaken.
Revered is a word best suited for those deserving of it. I prefer the word infamous.
Ah.
But legions would disagree, as I'm sure you're well aware of.
The Temple of the Self has hundreds of thousands of different...
Ooh, I'm running very short on time. We need that save.
The temple has been racked with controversy for years. If I may...
Speak as truthfully as you wish. You'd be a holier person than any of my kin for doing
Mubarak? Is that Mubarak? My belly is rumbling. Suppose I should go cook. Have a great day. You as well, Chaotic.
As you probably already know.
Enjoy the food.
Father of the temple, who also happens to be my biological
Closer.
father, has
Sorry.
passed away.
It's not easy.
I've inherited wealth of no small consequence. Wealth I want nothing.
You gotta repeat that one. Timmy and Tommy Timmons, right? Exactly.
That includes a valuable
Colossus of Clout. The Colossus of Clout.
Passed through the decades. I have decided to salvage a little decency for my own family by donating them back to their places of origin. The Ottoman stamp was just one of many, and I'm hoping you can help me get rid of a few more.
Okay.
I would be happy to be of service. It's just... Well, I'm
I
sure
don't
some of
understand
those
why.
stamps could be worth a pretty penny.
Tempting, isn't it? You could sell 1 or 2 of the stamps to a collector for the same amount of money you would probably earn in a good year. But let me remind you that you would be profiting from a lie. In my opinion, the worst lie of them all. A promise of salvation that can never be kept. You don't know the trail of destruction the temple leaves in its
Mubarak.
wake, Miss
Mubarak. Try that. Baramu. There we go. Mubarak. Ramadan Mubarak. You don't know the trail of destruction the temple leaves in its wake, Miss Dharma. Sorry, I missed that.
Well, let's take a look at those stamps then.
Instead of 2 identical stamps encased in a protective film, no cancellation marks are visible, meaning they are potentially in unused condition. Instead of 5 stamps from the same series encased in protective film, there's a cancellation stamp visible. All right.
Some of these are in mint condition.
And I have no use for them. But maybe others will. Please get them to where they'll be better appreciated.
I'll get to work. Do I still get a bonus for finding out which city the used ones were sent from?
Yes, you'll get something extra for putting in more work. Good luck.
Call me when you've got updates.
Got it. It was nice meeting you, Lucas.
All right, I don't think I'm going to get a save, unfortunately, unless that just did one right there. Let's find out. If I load the game up... no, it did not save. Okay, that's something I think that could be implemented in the game pretty easily. I don't know of a way to save the game. You'd think you could do it pretty easily. If I hit escape, can't do that. Can't do anything here. 1 second. Is there a way to save that is not apparent to me right now? I don't think so. Let me do a real quick search. Let's see. Can you save in Chinatown Detective Agency? Okay. While you can save your game at any time outside cases, once you take one, you can't save again until it's over. Yeah. Well, that's okay. That part's a little frustrating. All right. So unfortunately, I have to go. I have a meeting starting right now. So it means that when we play this next, I will have to... I mean, I already know the solutions to these puzzles, so that's at least to the point up here. So it'll take me a few minutes to get back to this point. I guess that's why you can skip forward and whatnot. But unfortunately, I will have to kind of backtrack a little bit. My friends, let's head to the tavern for a very quick farewell. Don't forget Beirut. I will not. Yeah. Good to see you too, Zion. Seriously. You guys check out Zion. I don't know if you're going to be streaming today or not, but check Zion out. Been a little while since I've been able to stop in and say hello, but I have actually lurked for a few here and there when I can. So always a yeah girl myself. Squints and Ham made them. Oh, of course. Yeah. Thank you for streaming. Thanks for hanging out with us today, Steph. Let me get out some thank yous real quick. And then unfortunately, I'm going to have to run. Got that meeting starting. So Coleman, Curry, Chaotic Octi, thanks for being mods for the channel. We got Little Sleepy Mama on the 6-month resub. Thank you so much, Sleepy Mama. And our Ko-fi members are Chaotic, Coleman, Iron, Phil, Fresh, Curry, Nitalicious, Peachy, and Spooky Deer. Just a heads up, there is a scheduled Ko-fi post coming later today. So I hope you'll enjoy that. Part one of my, I guess I'm giving you a little teaser here. Part one of my trip to New York City that took place last month. So I don't know how many parts there will be just yet, but I'm thinking probably 3. Yeah, it's a good, decent amount of write-up. So maybe even more information than you wanted from it. But there you go. Were they though? Great stream. Appreciate you hanging out with us today, Katie. Hope you have a good meeting and day. I hope you have a good day as well, Steph. Sorry I was late to the meeting. Took a quick trip to Istanbul, of course. My friends, thank you so much for hanging out. We'll be back again tomorrow. Keep an eye on Discord as well. I'll post the schedule, the planned content for the rest of the week. Until then, I will see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. Love y'all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.